Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Afoma Omesi and I run the website Reading Middle Grade, which is dedicated to championing the best books for kids ages 8 to 14. Today I'm talking about May 2025 new middle grade releases. I'll be sharing 3 of my favorite middle grade releases from the month of May, and these books are not going to be on our upcoming summer reading guide. So the summer reading guide will have all new titles that I've never talked about before. I can't wait for you to see it when it releases May 6th. It's going to have 30 plus amazing middle grade and young adult titles suitable for middle schoolers and elementary schoolers. So I'm going to leave a link below for you to check it out and pre-order it. And I'm going to post a video next week talking more about the guide. But for today, we're talking about May releases. So let's get started. My first pick for today is Real Life by Kane Lynch. It's all about this boy named Galen, whose parents, everything seems to be great until his parents decide that they're getting a divorce after his dad has an affair with someone else. So Galen is still getting used to this changing family dynamic, adjusting to his dad's new girlfriend, when his mom also gets a boyfriend of her own and the boyfriend has a daughter. And so Galen is thrust in the middle of these changing family situations and of course has some other drama of his own with changing friendships outside of his family. To process all of this stuff, he decides to create a documentary with a friend and they start filming these clips and trying to kind of understand how things changed in his family and how things are changing in his friend life. This is a very ingenious middle grade book and also really emotional, gets to the heart of what some kids who might be experiencing divorce and a blended family might go through. And it really shows them different ways, artistic ways that they can process what they're dealing with. I liked how relatable this story is, especially if you are a child of divorce or you know friends who are experiencing that similar situation. I think this will be a great fit for kids who love books like Stepping Stones by Lucy Nisley, books about filming as well, filmmaking. And of course, if you like friendship stories, dealing with friendships, making new friendships, dealing with changing friendships, this is a great one as well to check out. I really love the way the author uses the text because it's really readable, which a lot of graphic novels can be super crowded. This one makes good use of the space and the text and is easy to read, and I also like the illustration style. My second pick today is Zarina Divided by Reem Farouki. I really enjoyed this author's works. In fact, one of her books was a summer reading guide pick a couple of years ago. This new release is all about the partition of India. It is historical fiction and it is a verse novel like Reem Farouki is known to do. And it focuses on Zarina, which is a character inspired by Reem's grandmother, also named Zarina. So Zarina is a young girl in Pune, India, when the partition of India begins, and her family is Muslim, so they have to leave India and move over to the newly created Pakistan. And of course, the process is really grueling. They experience a lot of scary moments with her family. And then when they get to Pakistan, they have to adjust, and new changes are still ahead for Zarina and her family. I loved the obvious connection to the author's real life. And of course, Reem Farouki writes beautifully, especially in terms of her verse and her poetry. And so this is going to be a joy to read, and also a wonderful look at world history for kids who may have an idea of India's partition, maybe through books like The Night Diary by Veera Hiranandani, for example. Finally, I really loved the extra touches, such as the inclusion of the author's grandmother's photographs and moments from her life that are similar to Zarina's life in the story. So if you get this novel, you are in for a treat. Also, Reem Farouki is going to be our May visiting author. Every month, Reading Middle Grade hosts virtual events with authors and brings authors to elementary and middle schools in the US and in Canada. This month, we're hosting Reem Farouki, and I'm going to leave a link below so you can learn more about that event. It's going to be on May 21st at 1 p.m. EST. Also, if you're an educator in a Title I school, educator librarian in a Title I school, you can actually attend our events for free. I'll leave a link below so you can apply to attend our events for free. We would love to have you there. Zarina Divided is perfect for fans of verse novels, historical fiction, stories about world history, coming of age stories, and stories about empathy, inclusion, community, and forgiveness. Last but not least among today's picks is Camp Frenemies by Liz Montague. This is another graphic novel about 3 girls who are at a summer camp for different reasons, and one of them is really odd. She has come with a stuffed animal, despite the fact that everybody there is in at least upper elementary or middle school. And she really wants to make friends. She was forced to come by her parents, but she's trying to make friends while keeping her stuffed animals close to her. So eventually something happens at the camp that really makes her start to view the girls who she thought were her friends as her enemies. And with this relationship, with this strain on the relationship between these girls, we see how they respond when a situation calls for them to band together. This is quintessential middle school drama. It's very relatable. It's all about empathy. It's all about seeing another person, even though they might be different from you, and dealing with different challenges that you are. It also has very strong summer camp vibes. And I think the illustration style is very unique. I mentioned that real life had a lot of negative space. This one has even more negative space. The font is super large, and I can see this appealing to kids who are more reluctant readers, or kids who have dyslexia, or kids who just like more space in their stories. I really enjoyed Camp Frenemies. I think it will appeal to a lower elementary level and also younger middle schoolers. So if you have kids who like friendship drama, summer camp stories, this is a graphic novel worth checking out. Those are my 3 picks for today. I would love to know which May books you are really looking forward to. There are so many middle grade and young adult titles coming out in May. And of course, I'm going to be sharing a full list of May titles, also not on this year's summer reading guide, with my Patreon community. It's $10 a month minimum to join, so you're welcome to join us on Patreon. You'll get a full list with more middle grade titles releasing this month, and you can get to join us throughout the summer as we read and talk about middle grade literature. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back next week to tell you more about our summer reading guide, and also to share with you lots of fun things that we're doing in Patreon this summer. Thank you for being here, and see you soon.